not falling for this. Okay. If I can see something ahead, I will zoom towards it. If I can't, I'm not falling for that shit. Could drop my artifact at any time, right? See through the matrix if I really wanted to. Hey, man. There's no need for that. Ooh, broken horn? Are you going to be potentially a little bit friendly? Finally? Yeah, I'll talk to the prisoner. Who are you? Yeah, I fucking bet. Maybe it's not Satan. Maybe all the assholes imprisoned someone who's not Satan. Maybe I should have jumped to conclusions. But we still have very little reason... We had little reason to believe this would be a good idea. So we came to the committee. Oh, he turned off the thing because he wanted people to hear about the Eye of the Universe. That checks out. If they were all terrified the Eye of the Universe means the end of the universe, they'd be like, hey, not okay, fucker. Well, that's just a little bit sad, isn't it? That feels like overkill. Well, and then they turned it back on, so what's even the problem? Why lock him away for eternity if you were able to do the thing you wanted to do? It seems like now that everyone's dead, Oh, sure. If I can... if the game will let me drop the artifact. This is pretty cool. It's not Solanum levels. I still vastly prefer her, but this is pretty chill. Is that... how do I know when I've done enough? More? Oh, no, I gotta lock in. Yeah, your actions helped us find it. And yeah, you are dead, and all of your oppressors are dead as well. Oh, we're gonna tell the story of the vessel! Oh, this is actually really sweet. We get to tell this guy that, like, his actions did lead to, like, obviously the Nomai, some of the Nomai were stuck in Bramble and it sucked for them, but, like, in general, the Nomai were able to build civilization. They enabled us to thrive, and like none of that would have happened if he hadn't let the signal flow. We can't stop the signal. That's us. It was Gabbro specifically, I think. Or no, it's probably Feldspar. And is that me? You did it, buddy. Yeah, of course, of course. I'm gonna grab the artifact. Feels important. Or you just want to say farewell? Very happy for him. Okay, Elvar's coming back down. I was gonna be like, I'm happy for him, but does it have to be that we both... that we have to do this little exchange? Is that necessary? Okay, alright. I think the game is being very generous in the 22-minute timer at this point, which I very much appreciate. Although I guess if I'm on the Stranger, then I wouldn't be impacted by the supernova at this point anyways, right? Or wait, no, Astron Project is still active. I didn't deactivate that, so... Oh, he did get... assuming he had access to the elevator before I rescued him, he did get to do the, to at least look at the... his own planet. It's too dark, I don't trust this. Okay, I trust it again. Will it be daytime here? Because if so, I would love this. But if not, then I might still be spooked by just everything going on in general. Also, we're going to have to be on the run, right? Okay, that is the end. All right. I mean, that was really poignant last vision, but if we both walked into the water, then we both just died. So I guess the vision could just be like, let's go into whatever is next for us. Let's go together and explore it together, which is very nice. I do love that. Usually the loading screen doesn't start with this. It's usually a black screen. Am I getting psyched out by having the vision? Oh, no, it blacked out, so maybe not. Interesting. It said Echoes of the Eye. I really would have expected credits. But perhaps not. The fact that Echoes of the Eye popped up makes me think that is the end, but I'm probably going to double check that, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Credits would be a very definitive way of doing that. Okay, yeah, let me just double check that. Because if you haven't guessed, I find it slightly unsatisfying if that's the end. I would have preferred at least credits just to tell me, like, yes, that's definitively the end. I know the title card popped up, but alas, I just want to double check. Let's look at the IGN walkthrough. And in case I missed anything huge, I'm gonna squint through a good amount of these. Echoes of the Eye endings. Uh-oh. Several ending options. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do this. We essentially got the ending to the DLC, and then technically, hang on, let's double check. IGN, I think, is failing me a little bit here. This feels dumb. The journey through Echoes of the Eye is tantalizing and, yes, confusing. I hate that because the thing that stumped me the most was something that was not meant to be confusing at all. It was just me being dumb. The fact that the game is meant to be fully nonlinear does make walkthroughs difficult to write. I acknowledge that. After you see you and the prisoner leaving on the raft, there's nothing else to do other than jump off to the water or do anything else to disconnect from the matrix world and enter the loop. The only thing left now. Okay, you know what? I will do it. Why not? It's a short session. I would like to sincerely apologize for assuming that we were unleashing Satan. In fact, we were unleashing just a very nice guy who wanted to spread. I mean, it is really interesting because in the end, like, the Eye of the Universe represents, I think, a lot of different things. It represents acceptance. It represents renewal and beginning something anew, and like all sorts of really interesting and cool things. And so the idea of, like, yes, it is worth letting that signal be emitted, I think is a really sweet and interesting idea. And condemning him to be beneath a lake for eternity, fucked up, and that shouldn't have happened. And so I'm glad we were able to free him and give him peace and let him know that what he did ended up leading to some good things. Imprisonment for life, bad. They did definitely get a vision saying the end of the universe represents the end of life, which, in a way, it also kind of is. And I don't blame them for for wanting to block the signal with the limited knowledge they had, and then getting angry when someone tried to turn it off. Like, we don't know. We can kind of pick up from context clues that the prisoner was kind-hearted and really just thought it was for the best. But, like, neither him nor the rest of those guys had enough knowledge to operate on whether or not that was a good or bad idea. I don't know. It's a little. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I met one of the strangers' inhabitants who was imprisoned within the vault. The prisoner showed me a vision revealing the actions that they took that resulted in their eternal confinement. I suppose I should use they, them. We don't really know much about these guys. I used the vision torch to share my knowledge of the solar system's history. The prisoner left one final vision for me by the water's edge as a farewell. And yeah, that last vision I do think could be interpreted as remember me when you come into your kingdom. Shit, did I miss? We'll have enough time, but I think I missed my first chance. Damn it. Alright, well, with that in mind, I need to refresh myself on some coordinates, because now what we're going to do is we're just going to beat the game one last time. Is can. It spells can, kind of. It's kind of a C shape and kind of an A shape, and the N shape actually is pretty much just an N. That one I'm not stretching too much on. I could probably remember that. Oh, whoops. I just wanted to get a good look as to when the twin was showing up again. God, it's so slow. Really should have ticked me off that, like, again, even when I wasn't bothering anybody in the dense forest, they still were like, "You're not allowed here." They're kind of just assholes, aren't they? It checks out that the thing they locked away was just like someone trying their best. Very very big Prometheus vibes from that whole storyline. And I'm very happy for them that we were able to help them out, because yeah, it seems like they really did not do that much wrong. Yeah. That little howl they gave was very, very sweet. I like that. God damn it. God damn it. Hey! I was about to say that probe went by so quick that I could hear it, but in fact that is some sort of fire alarm or burglar alarm coming from someone else in the apartment. Sure hope that ends soon, but hey, we gotta... Ah, shit. I know I paused next to Slate being like, did I want to talk to them about something? No, I didn't, but I did mean... go to doze off a little bit. Yay, it stopped. I'm pretty sure that'll just barely pick up on the microphone, which means it'll just barely be incredibly annoying for listeners. Which I normally wouldn't mind that much, just the thing of like, it's the final part of the LP. Can we please make it work? Alright, so this should hopefully be very good timing in terms of both intercepting Ash Twin and getting there just in time for this confirm. I'm very hopeful about this one. No, they're about to orbit again? Did I miss a second orbit, or did it just still not wait long enough? I figured me going up the elevator and back down would be enough, but maybe not. Swear to God, if I miss it on this round, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, this is it. This is it. This is really good timing. This is really, really good timing. Okay. Okay. Keep forgetting there's a corpse there. Very often. Alright, as I look up at my Artemis 2 poster, I remember that sometimes when you've got enough practice at something, it becomes commonplace. You still need to keep your focus. You still need to stay locked in. But it just becomes a little less stressful. You can just kind of be chill about it. 3, 2, 1, engaging. God fucking damn it! That's fine. You know what? That's fine. Ow! Damn it. What was that? Was that a real life siren? I fucking... All shit's going on today. There's a whole lot of shit. I don't know what's going on when the thing goes on. I'm losing it, man. I'm going insane. I'm just trying to get into this ash twin. Day now. Okay. Sometimes, as I look up at my Artemis 2 poster, I remember you gotta scrub a launch just because something minor goes wrong, and it can be really annoying, but sometimes it's just how space missions work. Engaging Ash Twin Project in 3, 2, 1. Yay. Come on, we're already behind this cycle. Not too worried about it, but like I said, we've gotten practice. Come on, dude. Here we go. Yes, now is an appropriate way and time to play the fun ending music again. Not like last time. There goes Interloper. One last look at it. I mean, we're not referring to 20 seconds ago. It's too late now. I'm not looking back. Alright, I think approaching from the left side usually gets us closest to red dot. Inefficient thrusters, but we are adjusting and approaching Dark Bramble. Reevaluating. Acceptable parameters. Engaging. Zeroing out. Engaging pod 2. Hands off the thrusters. Pass bogey 1. Pass bogey 2. Pass bogey 3. Eggs in sight. Well, there's a risk factor on when to make the call. Engaging thrusters in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engaging. No hostile sounds identified yet. Adjusting roll for best guess, and launching probe. Guess was significantly off. Relaunching probe. Second guess on point. Engaging vessel node. Lining up. Clear. Full thrusters. Approaching vessel. Braking. Vessel reached. Thank you for flying Splint Galactic. Entering vessel now. Ow. Installing warp core. Gravity engaged. Activating coordinate module. If it doesn't give me too much trouble, need to power it up. Ooh, I coordinates are at the bottom left. Nice. I had them memorized, but I appreciate it. Engaging. Coordinate 1. Set. Entering coordinate 2. Set. Entering coordinate 3. Set. Engaging vessel teleportation now. Alright. As I implied, we've gone through some of this before. Approaching surface. Or I guess on surface. I'm realizing I have to walk all the way from the North Pole to South Pole. Big focus on poles in this game. Didn't mean for that to sound like a joke. I just meant, like, cosmologically, it's interesting that consistency is a thing. I guess there's an easy way to mark things on the map for the player, but also it's cool that so many things are like, no, the universe itself focuses on the poles of each planetoid. Eye of the universe reached. Approaching jump-off point. Entering Eye of the Universe in 3, 2, 1. See you on the other side, folks. Curious if there will be any DLC related stuff in here. I don't think so, but I do want to read this just because it's satisfying. The jellyfish will miss. The little cicadas that I heard for like 20 seconds on the stranger will miss. Anglerfish, they can choke. God, the fucking burglar alarm's going off again. That's alright, we got a couple minutes before we get to the stuff that I am doing the ending again for. But this part's really beautiful, and I hate that it's being sundered by my neighbors being dumb. Or being burgled. I don't know, maybe it's an actual burglar, in which case, sorry neighbors. That does suck. But also, I'm playing a really cool video game here. Be quiet about being burgled. The transition from stars into fireflies and then back into galaxies is so beautiful. This ending's so fucking good, guys. I don't know if that's controversial. Again, I've not looked up any. The first thing I've looked up about this game is there more to Echoes of the Eye than what I did? And I am glad I looked that up, because I think we are going to get to see some cool stuff in a couple minutes here. But I've truly avoided what anyone has to say about anything, and so I'm very curious if people are like, oh yeah, it's a great game until the ending. Those people are wrong, but I'm curious if those people are out there. Uh-oh. I don't think I was supposed to do that. I just fucked myself there, actually. I don't know how to get back to the ground now. Because I don't know where the ground is. Because it's completely dark now. And my flashlight's busted. Okay. We're back. Ah, the signal scope. Remember when that was important? Because it sure wasn't important for the entire fucking DLC. That's fine. Can't use everything. Oh, Esker just shows up. I know I had thoughts on this the first time, but I'm about to have more thoughts on this building, especially after watching that last thing of my character's summary to the prisoner about the Nomai. The idea of I have to essentially wait for the building to degrade, and knowing that the eye of the universe essentially represents ending and renewal, and leaving things behind so that other things can grow from that. That image is very poignant, even if it took me an embarrassing amount of time to realize that. I just had to look away and look back a couple times. Alright. I know what to expect when I hear a harmonica now. Don't I thought I used this thing to look at it, don't I? Or do I actually go on out there? I thought I just looked through the telescope. Okay. Get to that one in a bit. I'm gonna get attacked by an anglerfish. There it is. Yep. That's what I need to remind everyone. Oh, the jellyfish. I actually forgot about them. Let's try this again. Oh, right, there's a zoom in feature on the signal scope. That's all it was. I forgot about that. I forgot I can do that. Yeah, I completely forgot that I can zoom in at ever. I guess I've mostly just used the, oh, hey, man. Scout for that when I needed it. I don't even remember what the trick for Gabbro is. Oh, we gotta follow, Oh, right, they're up in a tree. We gotta follow the poem. And then they'll be up in the tree. Alright, careful not to escape gravity this time. Honestly, I kind of forget which one we've already done. But... let's go for this one first. You might notice there are 2 remaining instead of 1 this time. Okay, we'll actually get to that one in a second, now that I got closer. Remembering how to do this right? They're gonna start stacking on each other or something? Yeah. Oh, a bunch of them did it that time. I thought it was one at a time before. I don't know what causes that, but... that time there were like 5 of them. And okay, yeah, that time it went way faster. I don't know what the trick is to that, but awesome. And I definitely remember which one launches me. I definitely remember which one launches me. I definitely remember which one launches me. Yay! I think both times I had to do all 3 guesses. Hey, buddy. Alright. 1 more. I feel like I'm playing Nier, having to go through the entirety again just to get a little bit extra content, but I'm hoping it's worth it. Ah. Here we are. You're not going to spook me, are you? There's no need for this. Oh, okay, I'm still in control. Ah, it's like a slide reel. I get to dig them up! Okay, it's still a little spooky, I guess. Nomai shuttles. All my buddies. Oh, and I have to extinguish them to move on. Oh, that's poignant. Ah, and then I have to... Damn. That's neat. Yeah, I fucking bet. I was kind of expecting it. Are you gonna yell at me? I'm trying to be nice. Okay, that's fine. It was a kind of horror-themed DLC, so I thought there might be one last spook, and I saw a mirror. I went, There was no need for that, man. But look who's here. And we've even seen that instrument all over the place. Oh, I should have known that that was going to end up being relevant in the very end. Because we saw that all over the place on The Stranger. Should I talk to you now? I think I should talk to you now. You should be in the circle. What are you doing over here, man? Leaning against a tree all cool like. When my kind found the eye and realized what it was capable of, they were terrified. It was too difficult, the truth. Like a light, too bright to look upon directly, it burned them. What they could not unlearn was hidden away in darkness, obfuscated, then lost. They did not want to see their story end. My kind weren't always like this. We weren't always so afraid. I did what I could to set things right, yet I'm still of my kind, and you know now what they did. I cannot promise our fear won't stain your mind. And so, a choice. Are you certain you want to remember me? Join us. Let's see what happens. Obviously. Obviously. Why would I have done the whole ending and then been like, actually, you need to stay behind? The Nomai almost fucking destroyed the solar system, and it's just because the tech didn't work that they didn't do that. Yes, they had the time loop thing already set up by then, but still, like, incredibly dangerous thing that they were like, for the sake of science, let's do it, and then they were bummed when it didn't work. I think you're okay, buddy. I don't want to repeat my kind's mistakes, but if you're willing to take the risk, then so am I. Are you gonna come over? Yeah, I just had to look away. Quantum style. I almost got right into their personal space there, didn't I? Whew. Not yet. Oh wait, is this the one where I do have to give them the okays one at a time? I'll still start with prisoner just to make sure. I hadn't dared to hope that anyone would hear the signal for how briefly I set it free. Yet here we are. Are you ready for the final step? Yes. Then it's time. Time to send our spark out into the darkness. I was hoping for like an Urhu sound, and it's really more theremin, but we'll take it. They're vibing. They're having a good time. Should I begin? You got it. I'll do my best. Shall I begin? Well then, here I go. Can't wait to play with the whole group again. Can I start? Okay, I won't let you down. What do you say then? Should I get out the old harmonica? Haha! Here goes nothing. What do you say, time, buddy? Ready to start the music? Yeah, this should be cool. A conscious observer has entered the eye. I wonder what happens now. Is it time to find out? This song is new to me, but I am honored to be a part of it. Can you tell who I still think is the coolest part of the game? I already talked to all of them, but let's end on prisoner. How beautiful. It's different than I'd envisioned. Whatever happens next, I do not think it is to be feared. Alright, everyone. Say cheese. God, this game's good. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy that I looked up that thing because I feel like, again, it's really just kind of lack of credits, but it feels very abrupt that just like Echoes of the Eye. Anyways, back to the base game. and throws you back in immediately, made that ending feel a little bit abrupt. Even though I thought it was, like, story-wise very beautiful to finally get to set this person free, and then they kind of, you know, they take the next leg of the journey with you. I think it is a much more fitting and cathartic ending to then go back and do this and see them as part of the group. I'm really happy that I double-checked that and found out that, yes, you get some added content if you rebeat the game and get to include the prisoner and things. Because that was really nice. And I really love that conversation of, like, yeah, my people made mistakes, and if we want me to kind of put my imprint on the next thing that comes next, there's a little bit of a risk that it might be imperfect. And I love the message. I love that you do get a choice, but I can't imagine saying no. Of course, everything is imperfect, and that's what makes the universe beautiful. Yeah. So yes, that's the overall vibe of. I was a little bit disappointed by how, like, I essentially just didn't even get any time to process the ending of the DLC because it so quickly just went, anyways, that's another loop, back to it. Whereas this time around, getting to re-experience the ending with a little bit of added DLC context was really, really sweet and nice, and I think is a really good place to end this whole playthrough. This game was incredible. This was amazing. I don't know if Mobius has done anything else. They should feel free to rest on their laurels after this. Because, yeah. Ooh, they have 4 vocalists for the Elk Choir. Are they just called Elk? I'm really curious what the official name is, because we never get to find out, because we never get to translate anything. Yeah, that was great. I was starting to lean towards, this is kind of going against a lot of the vibes of the original, and it was very tonally different. But again, I was starting to complain of, like, this is just straight up magic, and then, like, the very next session I found out, nope, not magic, simulation, still sci-fi, and sci-fi in a really, like, I don't want to say realistic, but it felt grounded, it felt authentic, that's probably the word I should be saying, to the rest of what we've seen from Outer Wilds. It didn't seem too far out of left field once I understood everything that was going on. I love Soma, and I actually just today rewatched a good amount of Soma clips, and so I love that kind of the Sexy Deer Owl people kind of had their own version of Soma, of our simulations get to live on for a while, even though our bodies are dead, and how, like, yeah, there's something a little bit messed up about that. That's not, like, chill, but it's really, really interesting. And the idea that the same thing happened to the prisoner against their will, and that, in fact, even though there were some spooky vibes, we didn't unleash Satan after all. We unleashed Prometheus, who... Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't get the Greek... Usually Greek myths have some kind of, like, moral or takeaway. Well, I shouldn't say most. The famous ones do, but there's a lot of less famous ones that don't have any, and that's probably the reason why the famous ones are famous. But the Prometheus one is also famous. There's no moral to that. It's just like, yeah, he tried to do a good thing, and it was legitimately incredibly helpful for us, the people telling this myth, that he did that. And he suffers eternally for it. It's like, okay, how am I supposed to feel about that? Because my feeling is not good. So essentially getting to free Prometheus is really cool. I like that. And like I said, the Sexy Deer Owl people didn't know enough about the Eye to make very many informed decisions, so it's hard to say, like, if there are any good guys or bad guys, but it's very obviously true that the punishment administered to the prisoner they did not deserve, and so getting to free them and getting to show them, hey, even though you probably weren't sure about it in the moment, you did do the right thing, and it led to wondrous things occurring. I love that. I really love that. I think I said this at the end of base game, but this is the coziest apocalypse story I've ever experienced, and I love that. I think that's beautiful. It is simply a beautiful game. And the DLC is a lot like the base game in terms of difficulty level of several times, right as I was getting stumped, I had the Eureka moment, or, oh, I keep forgetting how nice it is to see the campfire. Oh, and there's another village off in the distance that lights up. Like, what is that? Is that the prisoner? Did a form of them live on? Oh, that's beautiful. That replaced the scout. That nice little thing of some form of them lived on. Oh, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. I love that. This game fucks. This game fucking rocks. Yeah. This was great. I think, truly, there were like one... I know I already gave my thoughts on base game, so I'm trying to keep it contained to DLC now. I could easily see some people who are massive fans of the main game being, like, kind of bummed at how horror-themed the DLC is. I think that's very valid. But also, I love that the game has, like... I don't even know if it should be categorized as accessibility necessarily. But I guess kind of in a way, you are making it more accessible to people who truly do not enjoy horror in any way. And you're valid if you feel that way. I'm not one of those people. Signalis and Dead Space are both some of my favorite games of all time. Clearly, I am a horror game guy. But you are valid if that is not for you, and I love that I'm curious what it looks like, but I appreciate that the game adds a make it less spooky option. And yeah, the game like gave just enough of like the ship log points in the right direction, but you still have to use your noggin to solve some of those puzzles, which is how it was in the base game as well. Yeah, all in all, I think really solid. I think it is... DLC is not as strong as the base game. I just think base game is... everything just interconnects so well that it almost feels off-putting to be like, and then there's this other thing happening, and all those mysteries are just in their own little mini loop in comparison to everything else where all the dots are connected. Here's just a little loop of dots that doesn't connect to anything else. But if you beat the game again, then you get to connect a couple of dots in a fun way, in a really nice way that I'm glad I did end up doing. But yeah, again, I think my biggest complaint is just the Switch port crashes a lot, which sucks, but, you know, it's the Switch, and it's there's a lot going on in this game. A lot that I think has to be preloaded in, and a lot of things that the game needs to be keeping track of in every loop, so, like, I get it. It just, you know, it was annoying when the game crashed. But, yeah, aside from that, a couple of puzzles where I thought the answer was kind of dumb, and a couple of answers where it wasn't a puzzle, I was just dumb. But way less of those than there could have been, which I think made for a pretty great Let's Play. And I think this is not always true, because sometimes a great Let's Play can come out of a terrible game. But more often than not, the main ingredient of a good Let's Play is a good game. And hey, this was a damn good game. But yeah, that's all I've got. Have a safe trip home, everybody.